All right, build your perfect breakfast.
Potatoes, the country potatoes, Canadian bacon, and scrambled egg with some orange juice.
Lemonade or sweet tea?
Lemonade.
Other than lemonade, what would be your favorite juice?
Probably iced tea, yes, like green tea. Green tea, I like green tea.
Favorite movie line from your favorite movie?
It's a Friday, you ain't got no job, you ain't got nothing to do.
Facts. Where did you find the confidence to create and share your music?
My big brother was a big inspiration behind why I got into music, and he used to have me watch like Tro TV, and like just watching the whole Bay Area culture and Mac Dre and seeing how like people from your own backyard can just put out music and create an impact. That just made me want to like get into music.
And you said your brother was the person who kind of pushed you into music?
Yeah, definitely. He was the one who I went to go live with. I was living in Oakland, then I went to Napa to go live with him. So when I was living with him, he was like molding me into becoming like an artist. Like we used to watch like I said, Trill TV, the Artist 16 Bars. Used to have me watching a bunch of different DVDs and reading books. So he molded me to who I am today as far as an artist.
Does he do music?
He kind of did music, but he's more on the management side. He's like my manager in a way.
First song that you remember the lyrics to?
Ooh, my first song. I'm not gonna lie. I remember in 8th grade, we entered this talent show, and the line was like, "I'm a big fish in a small pond. I'm an MVP. Like my man Barry Bonds, where I'm from, we like to get hyphy. Your boy Matt is rocking all white Nikes." So, I was like in 8th grade when I came up with that.
Come on now, dropping bars. Okay. Who's the first artist to inspire you to try music?
I ain't gonna lie, I say Mr. Fab, man. Like I said, I used to watch Trill TV, and just seeing Mr. Fab freestyle the way he used to freestyle and had a crowd lit, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
He was like freestyle for like 15 minutes
Man.
straight off the top of the dome.
Facts.
Name an experience to where your music or art impacted someone.
I mean, sure, I get DMs from kids all the time, people just like saying how my music got them through like hard times and how they were on the edge at one point, but listening to my music helped them see it through. So, yeah, I get that a lot, actually.
How does that make you feel?
It inspires me and motivates me to keep going, you know what I'm saying? I realize, like, I have a voice and I have an impact, so I'm like, I gotta stay on top of it, you know? Especially if people tell me I inspire them, so.
If you wrote a book, what would the title be?
Outside Looking In.
How hard is it being consistent in the microwave era?
Whew. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. But it's really mental. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you get with the internet and Instagram, you get so caught up in seeing everybody just, you know, putting out stuff, or it's like Instagram isn't like real life, bro. So like people think that they're supposed to be like way up here when really it's smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't really let that get to you. But it's hard though. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, you just gotta stay focused on what you gotta do and not distracted by what everyone else is doing.
How does that affect you mentally though? Just with it being just kind of hard, staying true to yourself doing that.
I get discouraged a lot of the time just because I'm like, dang, like I should be putting out this much music, or I should be putting out this much, or are they really listening? But like I said earlier, like there's kids who really be hitting me up like, yo, like your music inspired me. So I'm like, I don't want to just be putting out anything, you know, I want to really take my time and put real effort into my craft and not have it fast food like you just said.
What local artists have been helpful in building connections within the Bay Area community for you?
I only really, Mr. Fab, Too Short, and he's not an artist, but Sway Calloway, 3 people.
How was it meeting Sway?
It was dope. I met Sway when he had his first Sway Day. I believe it was like 2016 we met him. And it was crazy because I remember he was bringing everybody up there to rap and stuff like that. And I'm just like, damn, I want to go up there and rap. But like, I don't know, I was kind of chicken to do it at the time. But then they'll come in full circle when Mr. Fab had brought me out to perform. And it was in Oakland, over by the Oakland Museum. They had like a show, and E40 was on the roster. It was some other people. Mr. Fab was on the bill, and Sway was there. So Fab was like, yo, I'm gonna bring you out, let you perform. And then he ended up letting me perform, and Sway caught notice, and we ended up like building a relationship from there.
How was it just seeing the crowd from that angle?
It was crazy, man. Like they really was engaged in what I was saying, especially it's always hard when you're the new face, and they're not really there to see you like that, but they were impressed. I feel like I made a good impression.
You hear stories about artists just not having that family support, and you said you had your brother's support just from the jump, but other family members, have you had to deal with that?
That is so crazy. Yeah. In the beginning, definitely, like some of my siblings didn't really take it as seriously. Like, nowadays everybody want to be a rapper. So they just taking it like, man, you better stay in school. What you up here trying to be a rapper and do all this stuff? But over time, they started to see like, oh, he really serious. Like he really going up with this. So I just had to earn their respect when it comes to the music side.
What are some steps that you take just to get out of writer's block? And how do you find ways just to create in times when you don't really feel like creating?
I feel like if you don't feel like creating, don't force it. Just go live life, man. Read some books, chill. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you try to force something, it's not going to come out as genuine. So I just say, when it comes to you, it comes to you. Don't force it, though.
Do you ever take time to reflect on how much that you've accomplished?
I don't do that enough because I don't like getting so caught up in a moment that I'm not, like, I just get stuck there. I'm always like, oh, I need to go, what's next? But I'm starting to do that a lot more, you know what I'm saying? But I need to get better at that. Definitely, like, looking and be like, yo, I just did that. But I'm working on it.
You've done a lot, so
yeah.
Make sure you take that time.
Yeah,
it's important for you, brother.
Facts.
Of course. Favorite song that you've ever recorded?
Dang, they're all my babies, man. I'll say Elmhurst. Elmhurst is one of my favorite songs. It's a song about just me growing up in Oakland, the trials and tribulations that I endured, and it's paying homage to my old middle school over there in Oakland on 98, Elmhurst. And we was able to shoot the music video at the school too, so it was real cool.
What are some changes that you want to make in your community?
I want to do a backpack giveaway at Elmhurst, actually, like my old middle school, and just come and speak to the kids, and just tell them my story. All I can do is tell them my story, and hopefully they can gain something out of that and want to better themselves.
How important is it for you to just be 100% you?
It's very important to be yourself because, trying to chase these waves and chase these trends, you're going to just fade out, you know what I'm saying? You want to create your own identity, and you know what I'm saying? That's how you become great and become legendary, just being yourself and not trying to be no one else.
How do you want to be remembered?
As the dude who just worked extremely hard, who just never gave up, always motivated, you know what I'm saying? Just people can look at and gain motivation from. That's how I want to be remembered.
What do you want people to hear or feel when they hear your music?
I want them to feel the realness. I want them to feel every single emotion, man. It depends though, because my music's so versatile, you know what I'm saying? Like I have music that's heartfelt, have some music if you want to turn up for the club, music just to vent, but I just want them to gain just honesty and genuineness out of my music.
You created a clothing line. How important is it to have just multiple lines of revenue and ways to reach people?
It's very important to have multiple revenues and stuff like that. I created my clothing brand back in 2015, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just something where growing up, I couldn't afford to have clothes and all the nice stuff. So I'm like, one day I'm gonna have my own brand. You see, I got the hat, I got the jacket, I got the socks on too. So having multiple streams of income is important, especially as an artist, because, you know what I'm saying, it's just important to have it, man. Just multiple streams. That's just in general in life, to have multiple streams of income is important.
You went to Sac State. What lessons did you learn outside of school about yourself?
I learned that I'm a big procrastinator and I need to work on that. But over time, I realized that I'm really good at juggling things, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like being in college and still having a music career and still going to school and doing shows, like I just realized like I'm good with balance, So yeah, that's something I realized. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Oki Jr. and you're now tuned in with Just One Take. Yee!